You people, I don't think that there is a game of football in the history of the UEFA Champions League in the semi-finals that has gone ahead to produce 9 goals. If you remember one of those, please come on and obviously let me know about it. And it could go crazy because each and every team would have gone ahead to get like 2 or 3 more in here until the goal galore game that was played at the Passes, the Prince or Parc des Princes in what we call Paris. Welcome to this beautiful channel known as the Rokani Media Football. Match reaction in here comes in through for this particular game of football. Remember, in my match preview, I called in for what? I think I called in for a draw, and it was almost a draw in there at a certain point. It was 2-2, the draw I called in for, but PSG went 3 ahead of Bayern Munich, and then Bayern pulled 2 back to obviously see to it that they narrow down that goal margin in here for you. Now, let's obviously bring you how it really went ahead to happen down at PSG. Now, in just 17 minutes, Bayern got a penalty converted by Harry Kane after Pacho went ahead to bring down Luis Diaz, and that was the first goal. Second goal came in through from Kvaratskhelia, and when I tell people that this guy is the best player in the world, many doubt, but check out that first goal that acted as an equalizer for the side of PSG in this encounter. Guys, it was really good. I tell you, it was really another good goal that went ahead to obviously look on well into that. You know, beating the right back of Bayern Munich through pass, and went ahead to find himself in a position of really putting out a very huge finish into the lower bottom left corner. Left, I think. You know, I just loved it in there from that guy. Then in the 33rd minute, João Neves went ahead to obviously head the ball in the back of the net, set piece, to make it 2-1 for the side of PSG. Then Michael Olise went ahead to score a very beautiful goal, and it ended 2-2 at halftime. And then we returned after halftime is done. 50, I think it was. So before we went to halftime, Ousmane Dembele went ahead to get a penalty, and it ended 3-2. Now, at the beginning of the second half, guess what happened? Kvaratskhelia went ahead to obviously make it 4-2. You know, in the 56th minute in there for you. Then Ousmane Dembele went ahead to make it 5 in the 58th minute, 5-2, and Bayern Munich were like, all right, let's work hard to close it down. Dayot Upamecano, 65th minute, went ahead to obviously make it 3-5, you know, and then Luis Diaz went ahead to obviously make it 4 for Bayern Munich, and went ahead to closing down well. So that's exactly what really went ahead to happen at the side of Paris, and a team known as PSG has gone ahead to win it by 5-4. Now, if you are PSG and you've gone ahead to win this game by 5-4, you worry a lot. You have to worry a lot. Why do you have to worry a lot? One, PSG knows that they concede goals. They are going to be going at Allianz Arena. And them going at Allianz Arena, they need to do what Real Madrid went ahead to do there, because Real Madrid went there and obviously put in a very big fight. You remember. But at the end of it all, they went to extra time and Bayern Munich went through. So I don't think that it won't be the same affair in there at Allianz Arena, because Bayern Munich will be having their manager back at the touchline. Many people might underlook that, but it played a very huge role into the very many goals that Bayern went ahead to swallow in. I know they are a goal-swallowing team, but they would have gone ahead to have a better game management if at all they really had their manager onto the touchline. Luis Enrique has the experience. We've seen him go to different avenues, different stadiums, and he has gone ahead to obviously get wins there. But at Allianz Arena, obviously, it's really going to be hard for him because it's not going to be business as usual in there for you. It's not going to be business as usual because Bayern is really having the Musiala's back. I've seen him really have a very big game in there for you. And you never know what will happen. But this game of football has gone down in history as a game of football that's going to have to record very many goals. No Champions League semi-final game has gone ahead to record 9 goals. I tell you, that is really very important. For Harry Kane, obviously, he has found himself scoring 1 goal, taking his tally to 13 in this season. That is really great of him as Harry Kane. PSG is the first UEFA Champions League semi-final match to see as many as 5 goals scored in the first half. Breathless. And again, it's the first ever in history to see it embrace close to 9 goals in that full game of football. So they've gone ahead to make history. But I think the second game will mean a lot and we'll enjoy it better. And I tell you, it's not yet done. It's yet done. It can either go to Paris Saint-Germain, or it can even go to a team known as Bayer Leverkusen. I tell you, it's really one of those that you have to look at and really not underestimate any team, because PSG can go to the Allianz Arena and shock Bayern. Even Bayern can destroy PSG, you know. But these two teams really have very poor defenses. That is it. They've conceded very many goals, I tell you, because when you look at PSG, right, and Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League, head to head, they've scored. PSG has scored 43 goals, and Bayern Munich has gone ahead to score 42. You get? Now, PSG has conceded 21. Bayern has conceded 19. These teams are really high goal scoring teams. I tell you, high goal scoring teams, and they are high conceding goal teams. So that means their managers are like, attack me, I attack you, and we see who scores more of the goals, and he'll be named the winner. Let's get to what we call the this is what we call the stats. PSG had 14 shots, Bayern had 10, 6 shots on target by PSG, 5 of those crossed the line, 7 shots on target by Bayern Munich, and 4 of those crossed the line. 46% ball possession by the side of PSG, and 54% ball possession for Bayern Munich. And then 390 passes completed by PSG. Bayern completed 490, 86% passing accuracy for PSG, and 85% passing accuracy for Bayern Munich. 13 fouls for PSG, and only 2 fouls for the side of Bayern Munich. 3 yellow cards to the side of PSG, 0 yellow cards to the side of PSG. No red card was shown in this entire count in the entire game. 2 offsides, 2 PSG, and 1 offside to Bayer Leverkusen. Then 2 corners to the side of PSG and 5 corners to the side of Bayern Munich, not Bayer Leverkusen. So guys, that's what we had for you in here onto a beautiful channel, and I think you've gone ahead, obviously get everything noted down. But it was what we call a game of football that kept the people on the edges of their seats. What a game. This is what we call football epitome at the club world levels in there for you. World-class players making world-class moments and performances in there for you. So your reactions to this are welcome in the comment section below. This video is up, and it has marked the 4th video of the day that we've gone ahead, obviously put out in here into a beautiful channel known as the Rokani Media Football. Continue to subscribe because we want to hit 30,000 subscribers on our channel, and let's obviously trade well, and see to it that you guys subscribe and you also become members for our Kiano. I'm out. Bye-bye.